Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Well, here I am again. Gonna make another college try at this. I'm gonna be doing a food video today and probably pretty close to the final update on the kitchen and laundry renovation. So it's a two-part video. Make sure you stay tuned for both parts. Today we're going to be talking about something that everybody loves, and it's August, it's hot. We're entering the dog days of summer, and we're going to have some ice cream. But we're not going to just have ice cream, although just ice cream is fine. We're going to make an ice cream pie. And they're so simple to make, and there's so many variations, and you can make probably 4 or 5 of those in a couple of hours and then have a variety, as long as you've got freezer space enough to put 4 or 5 in the freezer, because they'll have to be frozen after they're made. Today we're going to make a creamsicle ice cream pie with a pretzel crust. How many of you like it sweet and salty? I love it. Now, I don't need to love anything else, but as you obviously can see. But I learned that a long, long time ago, a long time before it was, quote, popular, when I was working my first RN job years ago in Gloucester, Massachusetts, at a hospital named Addison Gilbert Hospital. And when I started in the night shift. And so for the night shift, the cafeteria used to leave food for the night shift staff. And they would have sandwiches that are already made up. And they would have whatever their hot meal was of the day, a couple of them, a few of those all made up. You just would take them and put them in the microwave there, and then you'd have a hot meal if you wanted that. But they also had 3 or 4 kinds of flavors of ice cream. And I don't know where they got their ice cream from, but it was absolutely delicious ice cream. And then, of course, they had potato chips, pretzels, and those kind of things in the little bags. Well, what we used to do is on the night shift, we'd go down and we would get ice cream, a nice dish of ice cream, and a bag of potato chips. And we'd eat it together. Now, if you've never had ice cream with eating potato chips, you're missing out. But that was the sweet and salty, and that's why it tasted so good. And because nowadays, that's a big thing. It's always advertised in a lot of places, sweet and salty. So anyway, I'm making a sweet and salty pretzel crust with creamsicle ice cream. That's orange sherbet, this happens to be orange ice cream, orange and vanilla. So that's going to be part 1. And when part 1 is over, don't go away, because we're going to go to part 2, which is the update on the kitchen. And so you'll have both of those in one video. And leave me a comment. Let me know how you like the kitchen, and leave me a comment and give me some ideas on ice cream pies. I'll tell you, I can get a few. For your bases, you can use, of course, pretzels. You can use graham crackers. You can use cookie crumbs, and they can be vanilla cookie crumbs, Oreo cookie crumbs, chocolate wafer cookie crumbs, anything like that. Peanut butter cookie crumbs. Anything you can make a cookie out of, you can crumb it. And the process, it's really a process more than a recipe. It basically is a 1/4 cup of sugar and 6 tablespoons of butter melted, along with whatever you're using, 2 cups of whatever you're using for crumbs. So, and then of course the ice creams can be peanut butter ice cream with chocolate chips in it. It can be a vanilla peanut butter swirl. It can be black raspberry with vanilla. Oh, I love black raspberry. It was always my favorite ice cream. Nowadays, they all put chocolate chips in it. I don't want chocolate chips in my black raspberry ice cream. I just want black raspberry ice cream. And let me know your favorite ice cream pie flavor. So let's get out to the kitchen. Stop by rambling on here. And I'm going to make 2, okay? One of these I'm giving away to my neighbor. I have the loveliest of neighbors here, and they've been very good to me before and after my new chapter in life. And one of them does my lawn every week, and takes the rubbish barrel out to the curb because I live on quite a hill, and the rubbish barrel is big, and I can't get it down the hill because it'll pull me right down there. So they take care of that and all kinds of little incidentals, anything I want. This past weekend, they brought me 12 ears of corn from a fresh corn stand. Yum. So anyway, let's get out and make them a nice ice cream pie. But I have enough ice cream and enough pretzels. I'm going to make a second one for me. See you there. Be right back. Okay, we're going to start by making the crust for the pies, and I'm going to use pretzels. I love a sweet and salty dessert, and so we're going to have a pretzel crust with a dreamsicle ice cream pie. So we'll start by making the crust. And I'm making two. I believe I have enough ice cream to make two. If I don't have really enough, I'll make one that's really good and full and the other one a little bit less because the other one will stay here. One of them I'm giving away. So I have my food processor here. I have about 4 cups of pretzels. And I am using these rolled gold little pretzels, tiny twists. I need, now this is double the recipe. It's 2 cups for 1 pie. So I'm going to double the brown sugar. There's a 1/4 cup of brown sugar for each pie. One-1/4 cup. And I guess brown sugar will have to go on my grocery list next week. 2 cups. Now it calls for 6 tablespoons of butter melted. So let me get these crushed first. Okay, and now I'm going to add my butter. That's actually a stick and a half. Now I'm making a baked crust, so I have my oven preheating to 350. You don't have to have a baked crust. Right, let me just get this out of the way so I have some room here. I'm going to get a glass. I probably could do it with a measuring cup. Okay, let's see if we can divide this up. Now I'm going to take a measuring cup and squish these down in here. And I'm pushing them up the sides a little bit. Now that's going to go into a 350-degree oven for just about 10 minutes. So I'll bring you back when we're ready to do the next step. Okay, now these have come out and I put them in the freezer for about 5 minutes to let them cool. It calls for a pint of vanilla ice cream and then some orange sherbet. But to make life easy, I have this Turkey Hill orange cream swirl ice cream. So I've got both of them in the same thing. Now I've had this out of the freezer for a while. So we're going to load these puppies up. There's so many different flavors you can use, and so many different things you can use for toppings. Oreo cookies, chocolate wafers, graham cracker crumbs. I'm going to use it all. And I think it's going to be 2 nice pies. Get it spread out all over the pie. Then we'll go back and smooth it nicely. I mean, what's not to like here? and all kinds of ice creams. Strawberry ice cream, chocolate ice cream, peanut butter and chocolate ice cream together. Coffee and chocolate ice cream together. That makes a mocha. And there's so many flavors out there. And what's good about these kind of pies is you can take it out of the freezer about 10 minutes early and cut it all up and serve it to your party. Or you can take it out of the freezer and cut one piece just for you and put it back in the freezer. Now I'm going to do just a little decorating. Because these whipped toppings freeze wonderfully also, and so does Cool Whip. And even real whipped cream, but real whipped cream can come, when it defrosts, can be a little bit tricky. Because when you use Cool Whip, you can put it in a piping bag. My finger gets tired. I think we'll leave that one like that. Now, I'd like to put a little orange zest in it. I don't have a zester, so I'm going to try this little grater. See if I can grate a little off. Doesn't really want to do that. So here's what we're going to do. Let me get a plate so I can cut on it. I'm going to cut as thin as I can. there we go. Now I'm going to put this in the freezer like this until its top gets frozen, and then I will wrap it in plastic wrap. It'll freeze lovely. And there you go. Dreamsicle ice cream pie with a pretzel crust. Yummo. So I've got to freeze these a good couple of hours anyway. And I don't know if I'll get a taste test of it tonight, but I will get you a taste test sooner or later. So let me go put these in the freezer. Be back in a minute. Okay, here we go. These are before and after pictures, and you'll see I try to get them as close as possible. This first one is from the dining area, and this is the second one. And you see there used to be a refrigerator in this spot where the coffee bar is now. And that came out really nice. It has a nightlight in there, a chandelier, and then over towards the sink with the white stove and the black dishwasher and the microwave. And now you will see that they all match, and they're all stainless steel, as well as the new stainless steel sink. And you can see the floor there, which was a red. If you noticed, I didn't point it out before, but maybe you'll see it in this next one. It was a red carpet. There you go. Now, let me tell you, considering how dirty that floor gets right now, I can't imagine what that carpet must have been harboring. And over to your right, there was a shelf area, and now you'll see that's where the new refrigerator is. I need to have the baseboard put in. You'll see that's missing. They are transitioning it to the same color. So there's before. And obviously it's empty because this is real estate pictures. And now here's the baking area, and you can see a close-up of the refrigerator. So now you'll see it in motion. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to do an overview here. This is coming in from the outside back door, and you can see the pretty wooden floor. Now there is one thing left still to do. You'll see the baseboards have got to be put on. They're having them stained to match the rest of the wood. So we'll take a walk in. Over there you have the new oven, stove oven, new dishwasher, new microwave oven, new stainless steel sink. And down in the eating area, you can see there's now an accent wall. I'm over by the sink now, and we'll pan around. Here's the new refrigerator. And the baking section. I'm going to walk down this end. And if you look back, you'll see where the refrigerator used to be is now, I call it a beverage bar. Oops, sorry. Because it has the coffee and syrups and coffee machines up the top. Down at the bottom is a cabinet. In that cabinet is a pull-out wastebasket and recycling. And then coffee storage, a little bit of liquor storage, and some glasses. Now I'm going to show you some still pictures so you can see the before and after. And the difference you'll see is that the before pictures are from the real estate site when the house was for sale. So of course there's absolutely nothing on the counters. Now it's a lived-in kitchen. That's a chandelier inside the beverage bar, and it's dimmable. Goes down to a little night light. And the last thing that was done, and is completed now, and has been used, I will take you out here, travel through the living room, and you have a washer dryer upstairs. Now I have a big laundry room downstairs with a full-size washer dryer, but it means carrying laundry up and down the stairs, which is getting more difficult. So they put one up here. Now the door will go back on here. It fits fine. My son has got to just come back and put it back on. It had to come off in order to get the appliance in there. So there you go. And that's about all of the construction, reconstruction, or whatever that will be done for a while. There's going to be a new light up here. The light's one of these that has the different bulbs going in different directions. So there's the new kitchen. And I use it every day. We took the curtains down in the windows, and I like them without the curtains. They're nice windows, and it almost gives you kind of an industrial look. Okay, that's it. Everybody play nice now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all soon. We're going to be doing a craft project next. So until then, bye-bye.